So this is going to be a quick video about the importance of learning about the elements and about your element and how it plays out. So you can have a more broad understanding of how society, how the world's constructed, how people act the way they do, and everything else around it. So, for example, I'm going to start off with my sign because I'm an air sign. So it's easier for me to understand it because I am and I play it all the time. So I know as an air sign, right? So I always know that I base a lot of my actions off communication, intellect, thinking, analyzing, and relating. Because I'm a Libra. So that's how the cardinal air plays out. And I understand that if I'm around a fire sign, right, I'm gonna get a little bit more amplified when it comes to my expression and my communication. I might talk a little bit more because this fire sign that's around me, right? It's gonna blow a little bit more fire or a little bit more passion into the way I'm communicating, into the way I'm relating, and into the way I'm analyzing things. So this could either go two ways. It could go beneficial. If it's on the beneficial end, we could create a whole lot of ideas and be very creative with what we do. We can make the best skits, the best comedy skits, the best music, the best ideas to come up with, the best spiritual system. But if it's on the wrong end, we could just be cussing each other out, have a lot of misunderstandings, have a lot of just whole lot of bullshit because of the elements is clashing with each other. So let's give an example for like a water and a earth sign, right? So earth is about practicality, foundation, stability, and having a ground to stand on. What's real, like what's based on the five senses, right? So I know how this is how most earth signs think like, and this is how they move like, right? They're based on security. So when an earth sign gets around a water sign, they could learn to be a little bit more fluid, a little bit let go a little bit more, and how to soak in their emotions instead of being so rigid in them. So a water sign could help our earth sign just not be so stuck up or not be so just dry and stale sometimes, because a lot of times earth signs could lack movement and could be very stagnant in what they do and fixated in the way that they go about life. It could be very hard for earth sign to change in general. So a water sign might come around them and show them fluidity, motion, and more of a way to express their emotions. They might get into spirituality. They might get them into a creative outlet, right? But if it's on the wrong end, this can make like a very muddy situation, like a very toxic ass situation, where both parties can't even understand what's going on, and they're both fixated and stuck in their emotions, and they don't know how to get out of it, and all it does is wash away and crash with each other. So yeah, so it's very important just to understand the elements and how they play out, because it just gives you just a better understanding on situations, people, and just the context of like everything. So you can just look at, like, for example, entertainment. Entertainment is basically molded by the fire element, expression, like spirit, being seen, fun, enjoyment, things like that. That's fire element. So entertainment would fall into that. So you if knowing this, right, it will put you in a space understanding what element is best suited for the activity you're trying to get into or whatever you're trying to manifest. Understand the element that's really playing out in the situation in the first place, or in the environment that you're trying to get in. If you're going to a school, that's basically molded around the air element and the earth element. So that if you bring like an air crystal or like an earth crystal around you, it will probably help you more than if you bring like a fire one or a water one, for example. Or if you utilize those elements a little bit more, then you would get to from point A to point B, and you'd be able to pick up on things quicker than someone who trying to use the water or fire element more, because learning, thinking, and analyzing is basically molded on earth and water, not fire and water. Because no, I said no, air and earth, which is unlike fire and water, which is more about creativity and expression and the feeling of things. So it goes like this. So it goes from earth, no, I lied, air, fire, water, then earth, right? So those are the densities, earth being the heaviest. This is shit that Uriel teaches. So I forgot my point. But yeah, but basically just understanding that. So if you want to get into acting, or want to get into movie scenes, or you want to get into music, you know, they're using more of the fire and water element more than they are using the other elements, of course, but it's basically molded around water and fire, the expression, the feeling of it. Music and art is not really about the analytics behind it or like the details. It's about the feeling, like what you feel and what you could see out of it, the expression behind it. So yeah, just understand your sign, understand the modality of it, and understand how it plays out in society. And when you're around another element that's unlike yours or the same as yours, you understand how the situation might play out, or how it's most likely to play out.